Alright, we're going to show you how we make the hood fit here at Hiltz Auto Co. This is what we're going to do. This is going to be a custom hood. The hood did not open like this before. It opened like a butterfly. And I'm going to show you exactly how me and Jolene are going to make it fit the car, because it never fit the car before, but it always had a hinge in the middle. It does not have that anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to come in and secure the back side of the hood with some round rod. Once I get that done, I'm going to take the hood and apply it to the car. And what I mean by apply it to the car is I'm going to come in here and make this hood side fit this side of the car the best I can. When I do that, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tack it every foot to hold it in place. That means all the way along, all the way around. I'm going to hold it in place. Then I'm going to go around to the other side and do the exact same thing. I'm going to nail that hood down, hold it in place. When I hold it in place, then I will go over to the brake. I'll find a piece of metal. I'll put a little bend in it, and we'll put it down through the middle, and we'll weld it on. All the while the hood is still tacked on. All work will be done to the hood, all welding, all grinding, everything will be done until it's done. When it's done, then the hood will come back and we'll snip off the little tiny welds that holds the hoods in place, and then the hood will fit the car perfectly. There will be no issues with what we have. So exactly what we're doing is we're making the car into a buck to hold the hood. Once the hood is made, then we free it from the car by zip cutting the spot welds. Here we go. Going to work. I'll show you how to do this. Just like I said I would. What I did first is I took the hood off and I stripped around all around the edge where we're going to weld with this little stripper wheel on a drill. And that's what we use. And that's what we'll probably use, that and sandpaper, to strip the whole hood to get it down so we can put something on it. And that's what we will do. We'll strip it down with this and maybe some sandpaper on a DA or something. That's how we will do that. We will not sandblast that. You sandblast that and you will ruin it. That's one layer of metal, and it doesn't take much to stretch it. So as we're going here, the hood used to be a butterfly hood. It used to come up like this. You'd unhook it here. There's a little hole there. It used to be a hole there. You'd turn it and the hood would fly up and you'd be able to get at your engine. Well, we're going to make the hood so it hinges on the firewall and comes up in the front. Or we might hinge it on the side. I don't know yet. It all depends where we're going to go with the build. And I find generally as you get going, it tells you exactly what it wants to be done. But as I've got the hood sitting on here, on the back part of this hood here, it's kind of rippled up, and on the other part it was rippled up from the damage. And what I've done and what I'm going to do is I went up to the mountain, up to my friend Lori's, and bought some 1/4 inch round rod. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this shape, and then I'm going to apply it to the hood. That's going to give me some metal to weld to. Or what it's going to give me is going to give me strength on the back of the hood. It's going to give me a pretty good gap and a distance between the cowl and the hood. Mainly, it's going to give me structure. And what I want the structure for is the back of the hood, because we're going to make it one piece. As I do that, I'm just going to take a piece of round rod. I'm going to stick it past there a little bit. You always use more than you need. So as I go past there, I want to bend it down around here and just see if I can get that shape. I'm going to cut this off a little bit so I can play with it. Excuse me, sweetheart. Cut this off. Get my glasses on. Piece of round rod, 1/4 inch. You can use. I just thought I'd use this because it's a little more pliable than the other stuff. A little more pliable. See, I can bend that with my hand, my thumb, you know. I expect everybody to, but going like that. And I see what I do is I look and see where it fits, where it's going down around the corner. I see it fits on the corner up here all the way down to here. So then the next time I put my thumb in there, place my thumb in there where I know it's got to go down. You know, that's how I do that. Now I got to cut a little more off that because it won't go down by. somewhat like it's pretty close, eh? Any way at all to bend it is what you do. Now that I have it somewhat on there, still hot, I got lots of distance there. That fits that nice right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off there. I'm going to take the shape wherever it works. Take the shape from wherever it works. Done up your work, sweetheart, what? That's where it fits down in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. Weld that there with a pair of pliers. I'm going to just take this off. I'm going to set it down here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to throw a ground on it. Should be ground on that edge. Throw a welder on. So I have a pair of pliers. I know I do, just don't need them this second. That's what I'll do. Put it on the old bench. Ground come off. So what I'm trying to do here is just put this bar on this edge so it fits. Don't matter if it fits right away. We'll get it fitting. Stick her on there. The reason I'm doing it with no hood on, or no welding helmet on, is because I'm closing my eyes the same time I do it. Same time I squeeze. Just gives me a little faster reaction time. Where did I put them pliers at? There they be. And I'm just trying to match this up here. I don't want to get it all stretchy before we even get going. I can push that in. Push that down. Right. Push it in a little bit more because I want it in a little bit more. Push on the pedal or push on the gas, but anything that works, use it. Here we go. It'll come back out, see? Give my hood. It's nice too. I like that. I can come in here. Straighten that out. No, there's a little piece here in the corner I've got to cut. You see? Watch your eyeballs, sweetheart. That was the inside edge that hooked onto the hinge, was lying down there. Missed it. Also, this round rod can be moved at any time. It can be ground. So if I want to move it, like if I want the body line a little thicker or whatever, I can grind some of it off. And it also has given that nice strength on that hood, and that's what I'm looking for that backside to have some strength. And what we'll do is we'll go and weld in between each one of those until we fill that up, and we'll grind that off so you can't tell it's been welded. I started the video, I did one on this side, so that's what the hood piece looked like on this side. That's why I got the round rod on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm sticking the hood on, and we're going to do the best we can, just sticking that on for now. I've got it cut off in the center. What I've got to do now is put this one on and see where the centers match up. John Newstead asked me this morning if I'm making a flip front end for this. No, I'm going to make it a hood that comes up like this, or side two. So it's going to be a one-piece hood. The front end is going to stay put. The hood is going to be doing the action. The hood will be doing the action. I'm just looking at this and going by eye. Hope I'm close. Didn't mean to hit the car like that, but I did. But I did. Wasn't trying to get it going through there. What I need to do now, or this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tack the hood. I'm going to weld the hood on. This is what I'm going to do. As I was saying yesterday, I'm going to come in here. I'm actually going to weld that on right at the present moment, right where it's at. I'm going to put my helmet on for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to tack the hood on, we'll say every foot. I'm just going to tack it on with a spot weld. Even up in here, I'm going to tack it on. So, well, maybe not. We'll see up in here. It looks like it's up a little bit. I'm going to tack this hood on exactly where I want it. So I'm going to find my hood gap here. I'm going to lay it on this square tubing here. I'm going to come all the way up to the front and tack it on every foot. I'll do the exact same thing with that other hood. I'll make sure the gap is nice in the back. I'll tack that. And then we'll put a piece of metal down through the middle. So, as I've got this looking like this, and I seem to be sort of happy with the way that looks. Put it a little bit further, I guess. I think I'm going to throw a little spot of weld. Should ground the car up first. So I've got one little tack in there. If you come and take a look, what I'm going by is the gap in the back here. That's what I want to get. I want a good gap going across the back. And I always try to leave room for that guy named Phil. When you weld something up, you're always coming back and applying filler on it. So you always want to have that gap prepared, or a little gap a little bit bigger than you want. I like how the hood's fitting right here. I like how that's fitting. So I'm going to go with it. Just in a little bit. Just a little tack. We're not trying to warp anything up or anything. But it does look good to me. I'm going to push this in a little bit here. And I'm going to push it in a little bit. And what I'm doing that for is because we are going to make the hood fit the way we want it to fit. When we nail it down and weld it up, we will not take it apart until it's completely welded. When it's completely welded, we will let it out of its buck. That's what we're doing. We're using the car as a buck to build the hood. And that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm showing you. more there. Good. So now, I don't mind, you can see, you come take a look. I'm going to push that there. And take. There's quite a gap going on there. You can see where I got the hood fitting good and nice on the side. Now, you can also see this back here. Come look at the, well, you can see the hood. Take a look at the hood on the side first. That's the thing about doing this kind of work. You have to, I can throw it, say, yeah, put a piece of square tubing in there, bend it, put it in there, that's fine. But you have to, when you do that, you have to take the time to take and make a look around to see if everything is okay. And that means height, distance, out, in, that sort of stuff. As I got the hood nailed down, that's what I'm doing. I'm nailing it down so we can work on it. So as I nail it down, I can notice, I've got it nice in the front where I want it. I can notice in the back, you can see in the back here, that line isn't fitting so good. That line's way over. Now, what I have the chance to do is, cut the hood and bring the round rod ahead a little bit and nail it back on so I have the perfect gap. And we will do that, you know, when the hood's being welded. We will not take it off and do it. We will do it while it's being welded. And that way there we know exactly where it should be and where it should not be. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to nail this down in the back. And my weld is holding me up, I see. There's a little tab of weld there. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to grind it off to make it fit right, or get it down in there. Beat it down in there. If it's got to go, it's got to go. Watch your eye there. All right. So what that is telling me is that hood, we have to trim that hood back a little bit and shove this round rod in a little bit and then re-weld it before we take it off. So I'll take a piece of tape. I'll run a piece of tape on there, show me the line I got to cut. I'll just cut through the tin and then pull the round rod ahead and tack it back on. That's what we're going to do there. So as this side is getting tacked down, it's hard for me to get the welder around the other side to make the other part of the video, but I'm going to explain what's going on. So you've seen how I've tacked down this side of the hood. So we've got the hood tacked down exactly. This is what I'm going to do on the other side. So I'm going to go onto the other side, and I'm going to tack down this side so it's perfect, or the best we can get it the way we want it to look. Exactly what I did on that side. And we're going to connect the round rod in the middle. I got it solid off there in the middle. We're going to connect that, make that look nice. We're going to come out here and tack this all so it looks nice. Then we have the chance, the hood is going to be perfectly fit the way we want it to fit. Then we're going to come in and put our piece of metal on down to the middle. We are not only just going to put a piece of metal down to the middle, we are going to put two pieces down because this is a different shape. We'll do the flat piece, just easy, and then we'll make this another piece. We'll make it out of two pieces. This is going to be easier to control this way and the whole bit. So what I'm going to do before I put that flat piece of metal on there is I'm going to take it to the brake. I'd mark it in the center, and I'm going to bend it ever so little bit, like put a little tiny crease in the middle so it looks like a, I'm going to show you. How's that? If I can get to it. I don't have my tape. I guess I'll go by eye, okay? How's that? Go by eye. Is that okay? I'm going to go by eye. Right there, I'm going to say. I don't want to go by eye. It's not worth it when I got the piece cut, if you know what I'm saying. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right, this is what I'm going to do. So it's 3 inch, so we want 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Try and hold. Man. There we go. I've marked it. Can't see it, but I've marked it. See it, baby? I see it. There, we got a just ever so slight. And all that's for is when we go to put it on the hood, these ends are going to get down on, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm backing you up, sweetheart. But anyways, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what we're going to do. This is going to go on. And it's like, and you can see how tight it'll fit down on the side of the hood as we bent that a little bit. Also, that means it's the center of the hood. And when you weld this side of the hood, it's harder for the heat to go through that bend than it is a flat piece of metal. This is all flat. I want to take this down a little bit and try to get a peek on the hood. So when we fill it out, see how the well's down here? When we fill it out, we can put a little filler on top of it from the point over to here and fill that out nice. You won't see it. Old Chatty would never steer you wrong. I have to tack the other side of the hood. I have to move the welder around there. I have to hold a few things, get things tacked up a little bit better. And then Jolene will be on the mad tear. She is every weld job that she's doing on this hood or on this car is a little bit different. First she did a lap weld, then she did a butt weld, she did a bridge weld. Now she is going to lap weld on a hood. That's what that is, called lap, and the hood will come up like this. She'll lap that on there. On this piece coming around the front, we will cut a exact same thing, a 3-inch piece, we'll butt it together on this piece on the center. Then I have the chance to run it through a die and try to have it tip like that all the way through the center, and to make it a lot easier, that little piece. And that's what we'll do. It does not matter how many pieces you make it out of, it's what it looks like when it's finished. Hood should be tacked down, nailed down before you do anything or finish it, and that's what we are going to do. Then when the hood comes off, it'll fit perfectly. Next video, I guess, would be the hood being welded and ground and showing you how that looks. That's a big job. Don't know if that'll be done in a day or not. And then we'll have a surprise. We're going to go outside and do a little digging to find some more stuff, and we'll show you that tomorrow. What we're going to put on it for headlights, and what we're going to do for dash and all that sort of stuff, because we do not have anything but the body. And what we have is what you see. So as we build this car, we're building it on the fly, and we're building with the stuff that we have. Also, when we chopped the roof off this car, I did not go inside and weld all these bars everywhere. Did not do that. I welded the doors shut. Where can it go when it's connected at the dash, it's connected at the back, and the doors are welded shut? Where are you going to go? So that's generally how I go about things. I would not take my time and go in there and do that. And so also with the hood, I would not set that on a table or a bench and try to weld that up, because it generally does not work that well. You're usually out of shape or missing something or whatever. But do not be scared to use your car as a buck. I can grind that back off, cut them off just like nothing. All right, so we're going to modify a little bit more. We're going to keep going a little bit more. We're going to tack that together, make sure that hood side fitting right. Then we're going to start welding the middle down. We'll make a piece for the front, and then it's just off to the welder. And that's Jolene. Best looking welder I've ever seen, Jolene. Have a good one. Tomorrow will be something different. YouTube is our friend.